Where do you think that leaves the welterweight division? You've already got Spence now came out and basically said it looks like it's either Danny Garcia, most likely Danny Garcia, or Manny Pacquiao. The Manny Pacquiao fight, to me, looks interesting and one I'd be interested in seeing, but everyone obviously wants the Crawford-Spence fight, and my fear is that now Spence gets a little more traction, he's get some bigger wins, and now they start posturing and arguing over who gets the bigger cut of the money and how they're going to make this fight with the two promoters. It's a shame because I think that, how long we had to wait for Mayweather and Pacquiao. By the time it happened, it was like we missed the window.
It only happened because the money became so huge, out of control, exorbitant. I mean, it just became unheard of money. And that's the only reason it was made, because when you have two different promoters that control their own stables, their own network, they're not going to cross the street and fight each other, because then they want to keep their guys where if they lose to their guys.
And one quick
where
side
they control everything.
One quick side note, PBC sent out a tweet just before we went on the air tonight, and it said, congratulations to Errol Spence Jr. for unifying the welterweight division. And Evan Korn from Top Rank sent back a tweet saying, I've got my popcorn ready to start reading the comments, because no one thinks that he's the unified champ. Everyone in the world recognizes that there's two champions now, really.
I'll tell you one thing, to the things you
Maybe
just...
three, Pacquiao.
Well, yeah. To the things that you just mentioned, I answer in this way. With Spence not looking extraordinary, didn't look like Superman, didn't look like Freddy Krueger, where, oh my God, just scared to even think about getting in a ring with him. Since most people thought he would look that way, since he didn't look to that level, I almost hate to say it, but now you could think about the possibility of a Pacquiao fight.
Yeah.
Because of who he's with now. Mm-hmm. And because now people, before they wouldn't have bought it. They would have said, that's going to be a massacre. I'm not going to buy that. I mean, he's 41 years old, mm-hmm. Pacquiao, whatever he is. And, although he had a great win with Thurman, mm-hmm. but Spencer's we're talking about a whole different animal here, and forget about it. He'd chew them up here, like putting sausage into a grinder, mm-hmm. And that's nasty. We forget it. That would be cruel and unusual punishment. Who wants to see that? It wouldn't be right to see Pacquiao go out that way. But now that Spence didn't look again that extraordinary, you could start selling that, possibly. Some people are going to say, hey, you know what? Pacquiao he beat Thurman. You know what?
I'm one of them. I'd like to see that fight. I know, tell you when I don't want to see.
They're curious to see what he would do now.
I definitely don't want to see Garcia. I don't want to see him fight Garcia.
Well, Garcia already lost, to Porter. Even though I thought he won that fight, he lost to Thurman. Yeah, I mean, Garcia's a good fighter.
Yeah,
but he's not as. It's not like watching. I mean, it's not like watching an action guy. I mean, he's more conservative. He's looking to counter punch. He's looking for shots. He's a good fighter, but I mean, he's not a ball of fire. Mm-hmm. And we've been there, done that. You know what I mean? I don't want to see that either. But again, they're keeping everything in house.
Yeah, for sure.
These guys, whether
they're
it's
not even seeming to want to talk about.
I mean,
Crawford.
whether it's whoever, whether it's ESPN Top Rank, whether it's DAZN, whether it's PBC, they're keeping everything. Every once in a while they cross over because mm-hmm. they have to, because they don't have an inventory of fighters. Yeah. That's what the networks probably don't even realize what they're doing. They have to cross over. They have to share. Mm-hmm. Remember, and they're not good at sharing. When you were a kid, you got to share. Remember, your mother would tell you got to share, but I don't want to share. They're my toys. Yep. I don't want him to play with my toys, but you got to share once in a while. And so they're forced every once in a while because they don't have a big enough inventory, even though they let the networks think they did.
That's right.
They really, they really don't. So every once in a while they have to cross over a little bit, and they got to put somebody on their show, so they have enough fights.
I think we've seen them do that with Lomachenko, right?
Yeah, I mean they've done it a few times, and otherwise otherwise they don't have enough, fights to put on to continue, filling all these shows that they're obligated to. So now you could see, I wouldn't be shocked to see a Pacquiao. And again, you said it well. A lot of people be saying, yeah, I'd like to see that now. I'd like to see, but Spence didn't look that great. I'd like to see Pacquiao. Maybe Pacquiao will beat him. Pacquiao's an iconic fighter. He's a legend. But now I see more intrigue for me in the Crawford fight, because you could almost made an argument before that. They could have made an argument before that Spence was too big, too strong for Crawford. Crawford's moved up so many weight classes. You could make an argument and say, gee, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I love Crawford, but, this Spence is a relentless seek and destroy, missile, and he's just too big and strong, for Crawford, who's thinner. He's rangy, but he's thin, and he's moved up so much. And who knows if he'll carry the power now at welterweight with a elite fighter like Spence. I don't know. And now people are like, you got to say, hey, I'll go so dramatically from different now, where I'll say, hey, I don't know if Spence can handle Crawford.
It's funny how one fight can do that, right?
I don't know if Spence can handle Crawford.